What's up, everyone? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now I'm making my second video on Madden 17. My first one was the Chargers franchise introduction. We're going to have the Chargers franchise, a fantasy draft franchise, a relocation franchise. We're also going to have some rebuilds, which is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be rebuilding who I think is the worst team in the NFL, the New York Jets. So let's look at the Jets. We're going to draft a quarterback. Hackenberg has slow development. Not the answer. Petty's not the answer, but Count's obviously not the answer. Running back, I think we need a better running back. Matt Forte is kind of old. And Bleal Powell, I butchered that so badly, isn't great. Receivers, Quincy and Noon was not bad. Nivers for rookie Darius Stewart or Robbie Anderson is in his second year. Austin Safarian Jenkins is in his fourth year. We do have Jordan Leggett, who's a pretty good rookie. Offensive line is garbage. James Carpenter isn't awful. Let's go to the defense. We have Leonard Williams, Muhammad Wilkerson, who are both pretty good, especially Leonard Williams, who I'm definitely keeping. Wilkerson, I'm probably going to keep. Sheldon Richardson, I do want to move back to the defensive line. Maybe I'll trade him, maybe I'm not. Darren Lee, I do want to start. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, wait, no, I can change it. Huh. Okay. Secondary is Jamal Adams and Marcus May. Their top two picks, so I'm going to move Marcus May to free safety. We're going to make a bunch of trades. Jamal Adams is feeling like untouchable. Leonard Williams, I don't plan on trading either, but Jamal Adams is definitely going nowhere. So we're going to make some crazy trades. This is not supposed to be realistic by any means. I just dropped my controller. Let's get it. First ever trade on Madden 18, because I did not make any trades in the Chargers. First episode, we're trading James Carpenter, Mario Davis in a fifth. Stephen New Orleans Saints for Marshawn Lattimore. I want a good young corner who I can develop. I'm going to trade Morris Claiborne so Lattimore will be the number one corner. We're going to send Muhammad Wilkerson, Bleal Powell, and a future fifth to the Browns for their first round pick this year. Powell's probably not going to start because they have Isaiah Crowell, so the only one making an impact for this season is Muhammad Wilkerson. We traded Sheldon Richardson, Matt Forte, and a fifth round pick to the Niners for their first rounder this year. Trading supposedly harder in Madden 18. It doesn't seem that much harder, honestly. We're going to send Quincy and Nunua, who I didn't really want to trade, but I think it's worth it. Kelvin Beachum and a future third to the Panthers for Christian McCaffrey, who's going to be our long-term running back, and a sixth-round pick. I do want to make our offensive line somewhat decent, and we've already traded Carpenter away, and we just traded Kelvin Beachum, so I do want to get a decent offensive line. A little surprised this went down, but I traded Steve McClendon straight up for Josh Sitton. I know Sitton's kind of older, but I mean, for one thing, he has superstar development. And I want McCaffrey to get XP this year. I want him to win Rookie of the Year. He already does have Superstar, which is really good, but I want him to get extra XP. I'm going to trade Bruce Carter in a fourth-round pick to the Browns for Jabril Peppers. Now, I know we have Jamal Adams and Marcus May, but Jabril Peppers can play almost any position, so I can move him basically wherever the heck I want. A little surprised this was accepted, but I'm going to trade Josh McCown to the Niners for a fifth-round pick. And we used that fifth to get John Greco from the Browns, so basically we traded Josh McCown for John Greco. We traded our third-round pick and Bryce Petty to the Bears for their second-round pick. In our final trade, we're going to send Morris Claiborne to the Packers for Brian Bulaga. I really did want to get a good offensive line. Unfortunately, I could not trade for Kenny Golladay, sadly, so here's the team. Pass game's going to suck, but we have a solid offensive line, not great, but it's definitely going to help out Christian McCaffrey. And the run game, he's going to be really good for us. I'm very happy we got him. And on the defense, our defense is kind of garbage. I do need to change Jabril Peppers to linebacker or corner. I do want to start Darren Lee over Pace Senior. So let's look at the new defense. I wanted to move Peppers to linebacker, but he was only a 69, so I moved him to corner and changed Buster Screen to a safety just so Peppers would guaranteed be the number 2 corner. So here is the defense, a rookie secondary with May, Lattimore, Adams, and Peppers. Our linebackers, Darren Lee, Jordan Jenkins, and Malden. And our defensive line is trash minus Leonard Williams. So let's see how we do at the end of starting out 2-0. Luckily, we lost our last 14, going 2-14. Hackenberg, yards-wise, almost 4,000 yards is somewhat impressive, but 16 touchdowns and 27 picks is garbage. Rushing the ball, McCaffrey, almost 1,000 yards. His confidence wasn't super high. He did not have a lot of XP, so I would say disappointing for him. Receiving, Jalen Marshall had a phenomenal year. Darius Stewart was decent. Robbie Anderson was decent. Blocking, 22 sacks for John Greco. Other than that, the O-line wasn't bad at all. Defensively, Darren Lee, 134 tackles. Jamal Adams, 130 tackles. I saw Jamal Adams XP, and he's the only one who I'm not, sad about. Let's just say that. Leonard Williams, 11 tackles for loss. He led in sacks with 8 interceptions. 2 for Jamal Adams, 2 for Jabril Peppers. I'm assuming Jamal Adams won Defensive Rookie of the Year because I'll show you his XP in a minute. Fumble forces, 2 for Ogunjobi, who we signed, and 2 for Darren Lee. Fumble recoveries, 1 for a bunch of people. So I'm assuming we won Defensive Rookie of the Year. ASC, was he in the Defensive Player of the Year running? No. And he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He had 57,000 XP. 57,000. Other than that, no one else had like 10,000. McCaffrey had about 5. Leonard Williams had about 7,000. Oh, only 6,000. So here's the XP. Lattimore and Peppers, that could be a little higher. Lattimore is not confident at all. That kind of sucks. I think the Adams actually has closer to 58. So let me show you the XP'd up team. The only player who got dramatically better from the XP was, of course, Jamal Adams, who went from an 82 to a 95 overall. That is pretty damn impressive. So let's go to the offseason right now. I tried to re-sign John Greco just to trade him because he was horrendous. He didn't want to re-sign Ogunjobi. I do want to bring back. I'll do it. We have a buttload of cap space, so if we have to trade him, that's fine. Caleb Brownlee's probably going to ask for a similar amount. And he will. And we bring him back. All these guys, I could care less about any of them. Let's go to free agency. After day 1 of free agency, we bring in Zach Fulton. Our offensive line ain't great. Our center was our worst overall, so we're going to bring him in. Teddy Bridgewater, I'm signing him because the quarterbacks of this draft class are garbage. I'm probably going to trade him, but we'll see. Terrell Pryor, our receivers are garbage, so I do want to bring him in. Trey Burton, similar of tight end, and we don't have a kicker, so I signed Will Lutz. I believe that's everyone. So let's get to the draft. This is my first ever Madden 18 draft, so I might suck. We have the top 2 picks as well as the 12th pick in the first round. And with those 2 picks, the first one, we're going to select Terrell Foster, a wide receiver from USC. He did not have a good combine. Please be good. 76 normal. I'll take it. That could have been a lot better, but that could have been a lot worse. And with the second pick, I'm going to take a defensive end, Alex James from Notre Dame. I think he's going to be really good. 80 overall superstar development. Now that's a good pick right there. The 12th pick, I'm going to take DeMarcus Parker. He's like the 12th best player available, 10th. But I think he's really good. I can't pass him up. 79 superstar. I think I was right about the fact that I could not pass him up. I could not have gotten a much better pick than this. That's clutch. The first pick in the second round, I'm going to take Antoine Ward at cornerback. I know corner isn't the biggest need with Lattimore and Peppers, but neither of them are that highly rated. Hopefully Ward is. 76 normal, that's not a bad pick. Peppers in the slot actually does make a lot of sense. I think I want to take that defensive tackle over our next pick. I know we have Ogunjobi and Caleb Brantley, but I'm going to go with Mike Munnerlyn from Lafayette. 75 slow. Ew. That's not a good pick. You know how I've been really wanting Kenny Galladay? Well, he was on a trade block. I'm trading our 6th, our 7th, and a future 4th to my Lions for my man, Kenny Galladay. I'm a little bit concerned about Terrell Foster if I do trade Teddy, because he doesn't have any development trait. He's not going to get very good with Teddy as his quarterback. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade two of these 3. Stewart, Anderson, and Terrell Foster. I might trade Teddy. We'll see. I'm not too concerned about Galladay or Pryor's XP. So let's get into season number 2 where we're going to make some trades. I didn't really want to trade Leonard Williams. I know Jets fans are going to be upset, but we traded Teddy, Leonard Williams, and a future 3rd to the Browns for Myles Garrett. I did not think I'd ever be traded for Myles Garrett. 90 overall, probably younger. We're going to move him to left end so we can play Alex. I forget his last name. The guy we drafted who's going to be really good. We're going to be trading Robbie Anderson to the Colts for Jack Mewhort and a future 6. I want to build up that offensive line for McCaffrey, and Jack Mewhort will help us. We are trading Trey Burton and a future 2nd to the Ravens for Tyus Bowser and a future 5th. Getting our linebacking core better with Darren Lee and a rookie who we drafted with superstar development. So let's look at the team. I think I'm done making trades. Here's the team for season number 2. Our quarterback will once again be Christian Hackenberg, which is not great. So I'm definitely going to get a quarterback this offseason. Other than that, offensive line is really good. We have an average receiving core. We got a good young running back in McCaffrey. A very solid defensive line with James and Myles Garrett. Our linebackers are Marcus May and Jamal Adams as safeties in the corners with Lattimore, Peppers, and the rookie Ward. So hopefully we do really well this year. Probably not, I'm going to say 6 wins. That might be a little too high. I'm going to say 6 wins. I did turn up the XP sliders, and we got a lot of XP. McCaffrey did, Foster did, Pryor did, Kenny Galladay did. On defense, Jamal Murray got another 30,000. Darren Lee got 40,000. Parker got like 50,000. The rookie James got about 20,000. Lattimore got about 8,000. Bowser got about 9,000. So we went 4-11. I'm guessing 4-11-1. So let's look at the stats. Hackenberg, the picks need to go down, but he did honestly improve a little bit. Rushing the ball, McCaffrey ran for 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Terrell Foster had an insane season. I did not expect that from him. So I'm happy. Galladay had almost 1,000 yards. Blocking, no, I don't want to see that. Jack Buhart was awful, but other than that, the offensive line was somewhat decent. Darren Lee, 177 tackles. Sacks, 7.5 for rookie James. Picks, 4 for Marshawn Lattimore. Did we have any awards? Foster almost won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Went to McCants, who I believe he's a quarterback, and I decided not to draft him. I saw his stats. He had superstar development. Parker wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's good to see. He did already have superstar development. These two finish in 4th and 5th. Best quarterback, no. Running back, no. Receiver, no. Offensive lineman, no. Defensive lineman, no. Best linebacker, no. Defensive back, no. Best kicker, no. Here is our team before XP. Here's the offense. And here is the defense. Here's the team after upgrading. I'm not going to save the ratings because we don't have much time left in the video. Hopefully y'all can read it for yourself. McCaffrey is an 87, which is good. On the defense, Parker's an 89. Adams is a 97. And if y'all want to pause the video at any time, feel free. After day 1 of free agency, we signed DRC, Drew Brees, and Quan Alexander. We're not going to draft a quarterback as a 93 overall. So I figured, why not get Drew Brees? We also got DRC and Quan. I'm going to move Quan to free safety, and Marcus May will be a backup. And in day 2 of free agency, we're going to sign Danny Shelton, get a high-rated defensive tackle, because defensive tackle is one of our weaker positions. Fifth here, we're going to select a wide receiver from Wisconsin in Dixon Richard. He's quite slow. I'm a little nervous. And 77 quick. I was going to guess 78 normal. I will take 77 We're going to trade our second-round pick and a future 7th to the Cowboys for Zach Martin, 99 overall right guard. We traded a 6th this year as well as a 4th next year, and Cohen's to the Chicago Bears for Jarrell Freeman. Kind of older, but still pretty good. What, guys? I'm so confident in this team. We're not going to be making any trades. We're going to sim the whole season. We're going to upgrade Quan. I'll leave that off camera. But we're going to sim the whole season, and I think we're going to, win the Super Bowl. Here are the stats. Drew Brees, free for 4,300 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks. Not a bad season. Running the ball, McCaffrey had an excellent season, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. Receiving, Terrell Pryor had a great year. Foster was solid. Stewart had over 1,000 yards. Blocking, how good was the blocking? Jack Mehort allowed 3, and that's it. So our blocking was great. Freeman and Adams each had over 100 tackles. Sacks, 14.5 for Myles Garrett. Picks, I saw 5 for Jamal Adams, 4 for DRC, 2 for Darren Lee. And you know how we went 11-4-1 last year, or 4-11-1 last year? I could have sworn that just said 11-4. Well, we went 12-4. Let's see how far we can do in the playoffs. This is the offense, and this is the defense. And now you're going to see the new offense and defense with XP. Here's a look at the team with XP. Jamal Adams is not a 99, he's a 98. Let's see if we can win the Super Bowl. Playoffs and past the Super Bowl. We did get a first-round bye, and we lost. We lost in the second round to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers ended up beating the Rams in the Super Bowl. That's going to end the video. Hopefully next time we can actually have the team win the Super Bowl. Let's take one last look at the team first. There's Brees and Josh Sitton. So do you think this team right here deserves to make the Super Bowl?